Can I tell you something that might ruin your day? I don't like the direction Transformers is headed in. What's up, Nats? Different video today. I'm gonna do a commentary specifically regarding. So I've been collecting Transformers since 2007, 2008, but that was like a kid, a kid who just got gifted the toys and occasionally bought them when he had the chance. I was a little creature back then. I think I truly started collecting figures on my own around the time of Titans Return. So what's that, 2016, I think? I went to a flea market. I saw the Leader Class Titans Return Soundwave, and that was just opened the floodgates. I just went right back into collecting. I loved it. It definitely set up my expectations for what generation style Transformers should be. What I'm trying to get at is I have a headcanon for generation Transformers. It's a certain aesthetic that I feel gives it a breath of life second to none. There's little mechanical greebling all over these classic designs that really gives a lot of life to these figures. And unfortunately, the current Studio Series lineup is discarding this design philosophy for toon accuracy.
Personally fucking despise this.
And I know this because of the release of Studio Series Thundercracker.
Now this is the part of the video where I feel like I'm going to lose a lot of people, so just stick with me. Between the two of these toys, I really prefer this one. I know it sounds ironic. I know people say this is the most terrible action figure ever. And of the Earthrise molds, I agree. The Seeker is the probably the worst Earthrise mold. But compared to this, it's a masterpiece. Okay, how the fuck am I gonna explain myself? To me, this looks really cheap. And I know, well, it's silver. They're trying to imitate the cartoon. I do not like that style at all. Don't misconstrue my words. I love the original cartoon. The Golden Lagoon is one of my favorite episodes ever. Oh. But let's not kid ourselves. That show was made on a shoestring budget of hopes and prayers. I'm not shitting on it. It's just the truth. The animation on it was very, very rough, and it led to very simple designs. Iconic designs, lovely designs, but designs that I simply cannot jive with. This figure, in every other aspect, does beat this one.
But
Aesthetically, this thing is beautiful. It sure as hell makes my purchase more worth it. This feels like a $30 figure. This aesthetically feels like, I don't know, $1. These big, smooth chunks are animation loyalty to a show that you shouldn't really be loyal to. Now, don't misconstrue my words. I like animation accuracy on something that's worthwhile. This is supposed to be based off the Simpsons cartoon. That makes sense because the vision of the Simpsons cartoon wasn't compromised by budget. They made it work. But the animation on Transformers, it just wasn't there. And you can tell because of the toys. That's right, I'm going all the way back. The original Diaclone series of toys were realistic vehicles that turned into robots in disguise. This has the realistic bolts of an actual truck. His detailing is unnecessary. Like, there's no need for this little raised area here. There's no need for any of this. It could be flat, but because the vision of whoever the original designer was, because of their vision, this exists, and it's such a nice aesthetic. It feels tough. It feels fun. And most importantly, it feels very creative. This design was made out of necessity. It was made out of a budget constraint. So they simplified stuff. They cut corners, which, yes, make the iconic Transformers. But to me, it should have remained on the TV and never moved past that. When it comes to Transformers design philosophies, I am no professional. I'm just a guy who likes to collect toys. And personally, the way I see it, I much prefer this over this. I think a figure that balances this aesthetic perfectly is Studio Series Megatron. This figure does a lot right. It does do the classic G1 styling, but it gives it the greebling and detail that give it life. This feels so much more cared for, so much more loved for than that Thundercracker. And you can tell because when you put Thundercracker next to him, he looks off. There's something wrong with him. He's too soft looking. This is a machine, and this is like a marshmallow. I think that's the best way I can describe this. The figure got like marshmallowified. Now that I think about it, there was a similar line that happened to start with these two.
getting a wicked case of deja vu right now.
This has happened before. Optimus Prime and Megatron have ushered in a new wave of aesthetics before. I gotta remember. Shitty loyalty to the Sunbow cartoon. Fucking inflated prices.
It's masterpiece all over again.
I've never felt